Hello, and welcome to pre-launch number 4. Now, this week I've been working on simple things that will make the game actually playable, and that's specifically an options panel. So you click on the menu button at the top, and it brings up the options. Now, this is very small options menu right now, but in the future I'm going to have way more options, and this will get bigger and more wide. So I've got 3 ones: exit the game, exit the options, which I just click and it goes away. You can also kind of like hold it and flick it in. And then the last thing is that I really wanted to make sure that people could play the game while sitting. So what I've done is I've made a chair maker. So I click on that button and it brings up a very simple image of my room. You can see that my actual room's in the background, and I've got a table right here. So what I do is I click on the big touchpad, and what that does is starts me off and allows me to lay down the surface. I just kind of drag around the surface, gets an average of the surface, and the next I drag out all the edges of this thing, and then it creates a little box. Now this box is in my play space and realistic, so I can actually sit down on it and no worry about bashing my knees into this thing. It's part of my world. If I click on the menu, I exit there, I'm back in the options thing, and that's sitting there all the time. Sit down on that, good to go. I'll start a game, and it's still there. Now this is really awesome because in sailing, you sit a lot because it's not a fast sport, and I thought it was a little bit annoying to have to like set up a chair every time and make sure that you don't bash your knees on it by just sort of feeling around. So I wanted to make something that follows your play space and also kind of gives the feeling of this is part of your play space. If you go to the edge, it's sort of the same color. The other cool thing is if I spawn one of these guys and jump on here, you can see I've kind of set it up to be right beside my rudder. So now I'm sitting down and I can relax because this is the way that sailing is meant to be. The other things that I can do is that I can grab this information, so I might in the future modify the boat floor and the boat area to actually like take in this information and adjust the mesh for the individual player so they can go around. There's also options you can sort of see it, but you can sort of see this through any mesh. You might have an option on the options panel to make it so that it's less transparent. Anyways, that's what I've been working on. It was a little bit of a task, but now I've got a little bit closer to getting the whole game playable, not just mostly a tech demo.
Not a whole lot else to talk about this week, but one thing is that I've found a really awesome game on Steam called Star Shelter, and it's got some really cool survival mechanics. You're basically marooned in a ship, and you have to go around and search for various parts to fix your ship. It's got some cool survival mechanics and some cool crafting mechanics, but the best part is you're in zero G and you're sort of flying around, and it's really fun. There's like no motion sickness at all. But it's really good, and it's sort of the idea that I'd probably want to take with if I wanted to create a survival mechanics in the game, sort of collecting things, going to different islands, collecting unique items. The game's sort of procedural. They've got like little floating ships that have different things on them. So it's really fun if you want to check it out. But yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions about the chair layer router, let me know in the comments. And as always, have a great week. Bye.